Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Mente. I'd like to introduce you to Vinnie Brand, who is comedian and owner of the Stress Factory Comedy Club. And you're in New Brunswick, New Jersey?
New Brunswick, New Jersey, yeah.
How long have you owned the place?
Well, I started the club in 1991, so 24 years.
And wasn't there a dip at one time in comedy clubs across the country, and now they're kind of making a comeback?
Yeah, I actually started in the very post-boom. So there was the big boom, which was the 80s, and then in probably the late 80s, early 90s, it started to dip a bit. And then that's when I opened, because why shouldn't you? And now there's a resurgence again, and it's actually a very strong time again. But I've had a good 24 years with it. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, that's great. No, it's wonderful. And you've had the biggest acts in the country at your place. Who are some of your favorites?
Okay, my favorites, Brian Regan, Ray Romano, Jim Brewer, Bob Marley, Wanda Sykes Hall, Kevin James. I mean,
I love that you started off with two completely clean comics that like to talk about childhood and family.
Yeah, I do. I tend towards, not clean, necessarily clean, but I tend towards accessible, meaning it isn't going to push you way one way or the other. It's just kind of funny. I want funny. Brian Regan, when he works, his first job is making you laugh, and he's very good at that. He's not trying to change the world. You know, my particular take is there's room for, Chris Rock is another favorite, but Chris is more politically and socially oriented. But Brian Regan's going to say, listen, come on in here for an hour. I'm going to make you laugh so hard you're going to forget about your mortgage and your bad whatever, and you're going to really have fun. So,
I don't want to talk all about Brian Regan, but the fact that you mentioned him first, I thought said a lot about you. And my kid's 8-year-old son loves Brian Regan, and some of the bits he used to do about school. So he translates generational, and his stuff lasts forever.
He lasts forever. I saw him a year ago, and I went to say hi backstage. Walking into the theater, 80-year-old people, you know, like yourself, and that was a joke. And,
thanks.
But
the fact that you had to point out that it was a joke is even more insulting.
We're the same age. I take good care. But there were 5-year-old kids walking in with their grandparents, and I'm watching this, and everybody's laughing. It's pretty amazing. He's pretty special.
Yeah, and is your place, is it sell out all the time now?
Every time, all the time, no, but we're sold out a lot.
Does it go by act?
Yeah, it's still somewhat based on who you have in. There's a lot of nights in the wintertime when that's our prime season where I could put an avocado on stage and we're going to be sold out. We have a very good reputation for putting in comics that belong on that stage, and we're very picky. So, but come summer, you want to put in guys that are going to bring business into town because we're inland. And
most comedy stores, most comedy shops have a stable of comics that love to go there and want to hone their craft. Do you have that at your place?
We have a lot of guys. In fact, Chris Rock wrote the majority of his last 2 specials at our club. Came in with a notepad, and his first shows were 2.5 hours long. And then over 18 shows, he cut it and cut it and cut it and cut it. Then he went away for a couple months and came back and cut it some more, and then he taped it, and that's what you see on HBO. And there's a lot of guys like that. Jim Brewer worked out at our club forever, wrote so many specials at our club. I'm trying to think of his name. Dimitri Martin started there and worked out. Julian McCullough. And,
do you have guys coming up now that we should be watching for?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys coming up now you should be watching for. Vinnie Brand is brilliantly funny.
I've heard that name somewhere.
I've heard that name. There's some great comics out there. Julian McCullough is a guy, got a television show coming on soon, real strong comic. There's a guy coming here in the summer, Tom Segura, great comic. I have a guy, Jeff Dye, is on that new show, I Can Do That, very strong comic. So there's a lot of very strong guys coming
And they'll
up.
see them when they come to your place?
Oh yeah, they're all gonna come.
And you perform a lot at your place?
I perform a lot. When I'm in town, I'll host. When I'm hosting, I'm always writing new material and working on my stuff. Tonight I'm in the city doing shows. Next week I'm in Philadelphia doing shows. When I'm in my town, I'm going to go on my stage.
Where are you going to be in New York and Philadelphia?
Tonight I'll be at Stand Up New York, and next week I'll be at Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia, which is their big club in the city. Great club.
Yeah, no, they have taken off, and they were part of that renaissance of clubs to heal you. But how do you get to your club? Where do people find it, and where can they get information on it?
Stressfactory.com. Super easy to do. And you can also call my home phone number.
Which is?
I'm sorry?
We'll put it up under you.
Okay, you put this up under there. This is my cell phone number. We'll see how many people are crazy. It's 908-601-6976. We'll see how many nuts call me. This summer, I'm going to fly my cell phone number down the beach, and I'm going to see how many people call me in that 1 hour.
That's it. Did you just give someone else's phone number, or is that truly your number?
That's my phone number.
Wow.
Larry, I have this theory. I don't mind telling anyone that I don't want to talk to you. But some people will call that I want to talk to, so that's good.
There's an interview process?
It's a whole thing, you got to find out if I like you. So.
Vinnie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming in. Vinnie Brand, who is a comedian and the owner of the Stress Factory Comedy, which is in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Thank you so much.
All right. That does it for Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. We'll see you again next week.